What's good, everybody, and welcome back to another anime recommendations video. This is anime recommendation 11. I know I took a 7-month break, right? Yeah. We don't need to talk about that. But I decided I'm gonna do anime recommendations a little bit different. So usually what I would do is every month I would try to do an anime recommendation, but I think I'm gonna start doing it every 2 months. So I'll do one this month, and then next month will be a break, and then a following one. That'll prevent me from being like so burnt out, especially because I do like a lot of other stuff like editing, recording, design, and working and streaming and everything like that. And when I do anime recommendations, I actually go and sit down and, like, if it's something that I don't remember or something from a long time ago, I go back and rewatch everything so I can like actually stay up to date on the facts and remember it, as opposed to just going to go look at videos and stuff like that. So it was a little bit taxing, and that's why I took like kind of a break. But now I'm going to be doing things a little bit different on anime recommendations, just to, you know, help the feeling be fresh and also give back to the community, because that's what anime recommendations was all about. But I say all that to say, welcome back to another anime recommendations, man. For anybody who don't know what anime recommendations is, I recommend 2 animes for y'all to watch throughout a 2-month span. And then, you know, in the next 2 months, you get another set of 2 and, you know, yada, yada. Sometimes if an anime is real long, it'll only be 1, but skip all that. We're going to go straight into the first anime recommendation. The first anime recommendation of this video is Steins Gate.
Is someone in there? Who are you? Foolish man! Can you not see that I'm clearly in the midst of foiling an organization plot?
Now, Steins Gate is an anime that has a lot of media, covering from games to movies to 2 different shows. But the one that I'm mainly going to be focusing in this anime recommendations is the regular Steins Gate that was released in 2011 under White Fox Animation Studios. White Fox has worked on many different animes, some including Agami Ga Kill, a lot of y'all's favorite freaks, Goblin Slayer, The Devil is a Part-Timer, and also Steins Gate and Steins Gate Zero. And the story of Steins Gate takes place in Tokyo, and it follows our main character, Akabe, aka Kiyome, aka Akarin, a self-proclaimed mad scientist, as he discovers time travel via email and text with a group of his friends. And Okabe and his group of friends, being scientists, push the boundaries of the time-traveling text messages, not really knowing what the future holds or the past. Soon, something strange starts to happen when they conduct their experiments of sending messages to the past. Okabe is starting to remember things that no one else remembers, starting to see and experience visions of maybe a past or an alternate timeline. And not only that, the events of the present aren't lining up with his memories. And it's as if time itself is unfolding and working against him and his crew. But time isn't the only enemy of Okabe and his friends. There's also an organization who are the sole proprietors of the time traveling research, who have caught wind to the experiments conducted by the group that won't only lead to the end of the group, but to freedom as we know it. And our main character, Okabe of Steins Gate, I'm not gonna lie, I'm like 77% sure he's schizophrenic. But as I mentioned earlier, he's a self-proclaimed mad scientist, quotation marks, who's ambitious but also egotistical, has a hardened exterior where he can come off bossy to the rest of his group, but ultimately he is caring and also scared, and he tries to use big words and fancy talk to hide his true feelings from everyone. But it helps that he's surrounded by a group of mixed personalities that help open him up and explore the deeper meanings of not just himself but the show as a whole. And Steins Gate was a really good watch. I initially watched it like around the time that it first came out, but I watched like a couple episodes, probably like a good 10 or something like that. And then it just kind of fell onto the back burner, and then I ultimately forgot to watch it for a long time. And then within like the past 5, I think, years ago, I watched it again, or I watched the whole thing through, and then started to watch more media about it, because I think the Steins Gate Zero came on around like 2018, 2019, and that's what made me go back and rewatch everything. A lot of deeper meaning and layers to the characters and the show as well. And it's a nice, unique story that you don't really see as much of, especially like time traveling shows done like this in anime form. It's very nice, and it's explained in a good way. Definitely a great watch. I recommend it, or else it wouldn't be on this anime recommendation list. There are some moments where I was like, you know, but definitely a great watch. All right, and we halfway through the video, you know, take a little break, do what y'all gotta do, and hurry up and come back, because now we on to our second anime recommendation in this video, which is Odd Taxi. Odd Taxi is an anime that was released in 2021 and animated by OLM Studios. OLM Studios has worked on a few well-known things, especially to me, mainly being the Pokemon series that aired in, I believe, 1997, and they've worked on those episodes, a lot of Pokemon movies as well. He's worked on the OG Berserk series, and a uncommon one that I didn't know of that makes a lot of sense now when seeing the art style is Kanye West's Good Morning music video. I know that's very random and I usually don't say like non-anime stuff, but that was just a cool fact. The anime is placed in a genre of mystery and it takes place in Tokyo, and it contains animals and other creatures that have human traits, tendencies, and emotions. And our show follows a walrus taxi driver. And on paper, he's just a normal taxi driver that drives clients all across Tokyo from point A to point B. But in reality, the show's storyline is much more dark and sinister and has much more layers than what it lets on. For instance, our taxi driver, he doesn't just learn about social media and what it means to go viral and how to become better at interacting with other human beings. He also learns secrets about a high school girl who went missing. But furthermore, he's not only learned about this girl disappearing, he's also being suspected to have connections with her disappearance. And that leads into him being followed, blackmailed, and even threatened by police officers, crooked detectives, and by some gang members. So now the ordinary life of a taxi driver has been flipped upside down, causing him to not only have to face the world and its problems, but also his own trauma in order to get to the bottom of this and to protect his friends. Now this anime, my description of it, I purposely leave things vague because I feel like y'all should definitely watch this anime. It's only about 13 episodes, one season. Like, some people might see like the animal characters and the art style and think, oh, I'm not watching this kid, anime. But honestly, the show's writing and the way it's able to switch from like serious moments and integrate comedic stuff inside of it is masterful. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, every episode kind of introduces you to a new set of characters while still focusing on our main character. And in the moment, it can feel like, why am I watching this? Or like, what does this have to do with the main story and this and that? And every little detail in this show matters. And it all comes together in a way that feels rewarding for paying attention to the small details of the show. Everything is given meaning, from the characters' designs to the world around it, to the characters' traits, the emotions that's portrayed. It's all given meaning. And outside of the amazing storytelling and writing that the show has, it has a bunch of twists and turns that constantly keep you guessing and surprised, especially once the pieces start to click together. And my anime recommendations are obviously animes that I enjoy and stuff like that, and stuff that I want y'all to see. But I genuinely mean this. You're doing yourself a disservice if you don't watch this anime. I'm not paid to say this or anything like that. I just honestly believe like this anime is that good with its storytelling and the way it handled its characters and the way no stone goes unturned. And I didn't even get to describe our main character yet because I was so busy just describing the anime. Our main character is Otakawa, and he's a quiet person who doesn't really express himself to others well and has more of a kind of stone personality. But he's opened up, not completely, but opened up a tiny bit nonetheless when being presented with, I'll say, certain situations that causes him to see the world with new eyes. Great watch, only 13 episodes, and then there's a movie as well, so if you want to get a little bit more content out of it, definitely watch it for sure. Easy watch. And that's it for this anime recommendations. Yo, I need some water, man. Oh my god, I forgot how tiring this is recording all of this. But I appreciate everybody for coming through. I appreciate the love and the support. I hope y'all enjoy these anime. I'm going to try to be more consistent with it. Like I said, instead of doing every month, we're going to go every 2 months. I'll come and I'll bring y'all some animes the way that I normally would. Give me more time to work out my shit in life and still try to bring y'all some anime. But nonetheless, I appreciate everybody for coming through. I appreciate the love and the support. Let me know if y'all seen any of the anime that I recommend, and I will also try to put up my playlist somewhere where you can go check out all that anime that I've recommended. I love you all, and I'll catch you all in the next one later.
Are you happy? You're free to leave, you know. You can run away whenever you like. I haven't trapped you here or tied you up in any way.